All right, my name is Mike. I am the FNTP trucker. What that means is I am an over-the-road truck driver who has been certified as a functional nutritional therapy practitioner, or FNTP, and I have also been certified as a primal health coach. What this means is I believe in a properly prepared, nutrient-dense, real whole foods approach to health and wellness. I am kickstarting a 21-day challenge. This challenge is modeled after the 21-day transformation by Mark Sisson's Primal Blueprint. I have adapted it as a truck driver for truck drivers. So if you are not a truck driver, you can still follow along and utilize the program that I am going to outline in this video and two following it. If you join us for the group 21-day challenge, you'll just have to modify things, no matter whether you do it on your own or with the group. If you're not a truck driver, you'll just have to modify things for your lifestyle and your job. So in this video, I just want to kind of outline the 7 steps. We want to reclaim your health, reclaim your life, and embrace the journey. So we can do that in 7 steps, and I just want to outline those 7 steps. If you go to my website, truckingintowellness.com, I'll post it in the description below. If you go to that, the link that I post below, you can request the guide to reclaiming your life, reclaiming your health, and embracing the journey in 7 simple steps. So step 1 is the trip plan. We can't go on any kind of a trip or journey or anything without knowing where we're starting, where we're headed, and how we're going to get there. So we got a trip plan. So the destination is like your goals. What are your goals? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to recomposition your body, lose fat while building muscle? Do you just want to build muscle? Do you want to improve your sleep, improve your energy? These are all things and more that you can accomplish on this 21-day challenge. So how will you get there? Well, one of the things we need to do is determine our macros. I advocate for 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So if you are a 200-pound person who has 25% body fat, then you're looking at 50 pounds of body fat there. So 150 pounds of lean body mass or 150 grams of protein per day. Depending on what your goals are, you will want to eat your carbohydrates anywhere from 50 to 150 grams per day. If you're looking to recomp your body or maintain your weight, 100 to 150 should be sufficient for you, depending on your genetics, your body weight, how much weight you need to lose, and your bio-individuality will determine where on that scale, where in that range you would fall, the 100 to 150 grams. If you need to lose some weight, but not really a significant amount, significant being 20 or more pounds, 50 to 100 grams would be an ideal starting place for you, somewhere in that range, and then you'll just kind of adjust based on how you're, what you're seeing on the scale. If you want to lose significant amounts of weight, you have things such as diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, other metabolic issues. Then you may want to do a ketogenic-based diet, and that would be 50 or less grams of carbs per day. So the diet that I will be advocating in this program is going to be kind of a 4-level diet. There is going to be the entry level. If you've made no dietary changes whatsoever, you're going to want to start here, and you can work your way into the other 3 levels. The 4th level we'll talk about, but that's more of different medical conditions that would require a specific, very strict elimination diet. So the 4 levels are the entry level. Level 2 is like a paleo diet. Level 3 is like a keto diet. And then level 4 is the advanced healing. That's AIP and GAPS diets. As I said, we can talk about those on a more individualized basis because there are specific people who can benefit from those. And I wouldn't recommend anybody jump right into those without trying the others first and then working one-on-one to address medical concerns through targeted supplementation and giving it some time before we go that extreme. Unless, of course, you have some of the medical conditions that may benefit from eating those more restrictive diets. So, level 1, all you're going to do is eliminate gluten-containing grains and industrial seed oils. So you want to eliminate canola oil, corn oil, safflower oil, quote, vegetable oil. All of those industrialized, processed, high heat, chemical, solvent-made oils are what you're going to want to eliminate. And then we'll use healthy fats such as ghee, butter, lard, bacon grease, tallow, avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil. Those are all fats that are going to be healthy for you. So we'll substitute those in for what we were using, where we were using those industrialized seed oils. And then we're going to eliminate all gluten-containing grains, which would be wheat, barley, rye, spelt. Ideally, you would eliminate all grains, including corn, rice, all of them. But in this one, we're looking at really just getting some people who might be having some addiction issues to grains and the high carb. We're really just trying to work our way down and get people adapted. You might do this one for 2, maybe 3 days, and then step into the next level, which would be the paleo-based diet, where you're eliminating all grains. So no rice, corn, no cereal grains, wheat, barley, rye. I already said rice. I already said corn. Spelt, quinoa. There's a few others that I'm forgetting, but you can look up the grains. And in the group, we will go over specifically what are grains, and then I'll encourage you to give those all up. In level 1, you're also giving up all processed foods. So if it has an ingredient list, you're really going to want to look at that and see what are those ingredients. If they're not something that you know what they are, if they're not something you can pronounce, if they're not something that you would typically find in somebody's kitchen, other than those gluten-containing grains, and then in the keto and paleo versions, all grains, you don't want to eat them. So meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, nuts, seeds, fruit would be everything, and dairy would be everything you would eat on the level 1. Level 2, you would still eat all of that as well. And then level 3 is where we get into a more ketogenic based diet. So you're looking at just meat, fish, eggs, non-starchy vegetables, nuts, and seeds. You might throw in some berries every now and then. You might throw in a starchy vegetable every now and then if your bioindividuality and your current metabolic state can handle it. So step 2 is conducting a pre-trip. Once you know where you are, you know where you're going, and you know your route to get there, you got to pre-trip, make sure you have everything you need, make sure everything's in working order. So at a bare minimum, I recommend on the truck you have an inverter, a countertop burner you can get from Walmart. I don't remember, mine's under the bunk. I thought I had it under my laundry here. A cast iron skillet or some sort of a pan to cook in. I recommend cast iron. You want it to be aluminum free. So at a bare minimum, you need that, and then maybe some utensils to be able to actually cook in the cast iron skillet or whatever pot you have. I would also recommend maybe some knives, a pot, stainless steel, aluminum free, skillet, and like a saucepan, inverter, a fridge to store your food, the cast iron skillet that I mentioned, and then I also have an Instant Pot and an air fryer. The air fryer that I have is the Instant Vortex by Instant Pot, and it is an oven style one that does roast, bake, dehydrate, air fry, and a few other functions. And I like that one because it is an oven style, so it basically acts as my oven in the truck. So you want to throw out, part of step 2 in doing this pre-trip is doing if you were in a home, we would call it a pantry purge. And you're clearing out anything with an ingredient label that does not have real whole foods in it. So grains, wheat, rice, barley, oats, corn, etc. Processed foods, breads, desserts, sweets. Chocolate would be acceptable if it is dark chocolate, 70% or higher, cocoa or cacao content. Step 3 is you're just going to eat real whole foods. So eat meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some fruits. And we're going to avoid the grains, industrial oils, processed foods, and refined sugars. Step 4 is to choose wisely. So not only are you what you eat, you're what your food eats. So when it comes to our animal-based foods, if your food is not eating their natural diet and living their optimal health, it's going to reflect in the nutrition of that food, and then that's going to reflect in your nutrition. So for instance, cows are ruminants. They eat grass. They are not meant to eat grains. They have not evolved to eat grains. Simply eating grains for finishing for 30 days, which is well under the average finishing time of a cow, will alter their omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid profile significantly. A grass-fed, grass-finished cow, the tallow from that cow will have an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of roughly 4 to 1, which is ideal. 1 to 1 to 4 to 1 nutritionally is what we want. That same cow finished on grains for at least 30 days, we see that 4 to 1 ratio spike up to about 16 or 17 to 1. And neither omega-6 nor omega-3 are inherently bad or inherently good. We need them in balance in the body. Omega-6s help promote inflammation, omega-3s help reduce inflammation. Inflammation, when we get injured, is good. It signals to the body that there's problems. You know, that's where we get that pain, so we stay off of it and allow the body to do its work in repairing. But having those out of balance can cause systemic inflammation, which then can lead to many different issues. So step 5 is to exercise smart. I advocate just starting out, regardless of your fitness level, just doing 4 exercises and sprinting once in a while. Those 4 exercises are push-ups, squats, pull-ups, and planks. These all work all the major muscle groups in the body. And the reason I say regardless of your fitness level, I recommend starting there is because if we are out of shape, we're not going to be able to do a whole lot of exercises. If we are really in shape and trying to challenge ourselves all the time, we may take that too far into the extreme and cause stress on the body, because our bodies, the way that we were developed and have evolved is that those sudden bursts of energy for like sprinting and what we now do as exercise were survival mechanisms. If you had to outrun a saber-toothed tiger, if you had to outrun an enemy clan, that's how our body evolved, was for short survival-based bursts of energy. So we want to do exercises that mimic what our body has evolved to be able to do. And that's where these 4 called primal essential movements mimic those things. So for push-ups, there's a few different variations that we can do depending on fitness level. For all of these, I'm going to go through the baseline first, then we'll come back to each exercise and talk about the different variations of each one, depending on whether you need to do something easier than the baseline or you need something more advanced. So push-ups, regular push-up, on your toes and your hands, all the way down, all the way up. Pretty standard. Pull-ups, overhand grip, pulling up, chin above the bar. Planks, going to be on your toes and on your forearms. And then squats, all the way down to your knee, your thighs being parallel with the ground, and then back up. So those are your baseline exercises. Now, depending on your fitness level, that's where we make adjustments. So let's start with push-ups. If I'm going to start from the easiest and work towards the more advanced. If you're really just out of shape and you cannot do even 15 to 20 regular push-ups, you may be able to do incline push-ups, and we'll come back to that. If not, if you can't do 15 to 20 of those, you'll want to do wall push-ups. Now, when we're doing the group challenge, there will be videos of me demonstrating all of the exercises. But the wall push-ups are, you're basically going to be standing in front of a wall, have your hands on the wall, and you're going to do a push-up on the wall. Once you are able to increase your maximum reps, doing 2 to 3 sets by at least 20%, then you'll go to the next variation. So let's say you started off, you were only able to do 20 wall push-ups, and after a week, you're able to do 24. Well, you've increased by 20%, so now we can go to the next variation up, which is going to be incline. So similar to the wall where you're at a little bit of an angle on the wall, you're just going to be further down, maybe a half wall. If you're using your truck, you could, if you have just the bobtail, on the back there, the bumper, you use your steps, you could use your front bumper, and that's going to be, you're going to be up off the ground, your hands, and doing an incline push-up. If you're, once you've increased that by 20%, then you can go to the baseline push-up. And you're going to stay at the baseline push-up until you can do 50 push-ups, 2 to 3 sets of 50 push-ups. Once you're at that baseline, then you can go to the more advanced decline push-up, and this is where your feet are going to be up higher than your legs. Your feet will be up on, say, the bumper of the truck, and your hands will be down on the ground. And then you're going to work towards doing 50 of those as well. If you get to the point of doing 50 of those, you can add a weighted vest and do those incline push-ups with the weighted vest. Next, we'll talk about planks. Planks, you can do a knee plank. So instead of it being your toes and forearms on the ground, it would be your knees and your forearms. The goal with planks is to make it to 2 minutes. Once you've increased your progress with that significantly, you can go to the push-up position. You're going to be just in the up position, performing the push-ups. And then a standard plank, your toes on the ground, forearms on the ground, again, 2 minutes. Then you can go to a weighted vest to do more advanced. Squats, you're going to do you can do an assisted squat, which is where you're going to hold on to something, and you might have a pole or something in front of you, and you'll use that to help support your weight as you're pushing up. After you're able to increase that by 20%, you'll then go to a regular squat, which is with no assistance at all. And then once you're able to do 50 squats, you can then work your way to a weighted vest. Pull-ups, the easiest version is going to be an overhand grip with a chair or some sort of a support, and you're going to utilize your legs to help raise your body and bring your chin above the bar. Once you're able to increase that, you can do an underhand chin-up grip, and then an overhand grip, and then a weighted vest. Then we want to sprint once in a while. Every 7 to 10 days, we'll sprint, and that you're going to match your energy levels and your fitness level with the sprinting. So step 6 is to slow down. William Shakespeare said, "A merry heart lives long." So focus on getting maximum pleasure from your meals. Enjoy and savor each bite. Chew it thoroughly. Set your fork down in between each bite and enjoy every bite, and just slow down. Take time to play. It is the secret to perpetual youth, author unknown. Enjoy personal time, doing whatever you enjoy. You can have a frisbee or a football on the truck and call out on the CB asking for people to toss it around. You can try geocaching, going for hikes. If you carry a bike with you, bicycle, and just get some enjoyment rather than just the exercise. Do things that you enjoy. Step 7 is to track and measure. Use an app to track your macros and make sure that you're meeting your goals. I personally recommend Chronometer. If you're doing keto, you're going to want to measure your ketones. I recommend using a blood meter or breath meter for this. For a blood meter, I recommend Keto Mojo. For a breath meter, I recommend Ketonics. I do not recommend the urine strips, as they are not accurate once you become truly fat adapted and your body is becoming really efficient at using those ketones, because what's coming out in your urine is waste ketones, and when your body's not wasting those ketones anymore and it's utilizing them, the strips may show that you're not in ketosis even though you are. And while people want to weigh themselves and track their weight, I recommend you stay off the scale. Do not weigh yourself any more often than once a week. I would advocate for once every other week, or even better, once a month. So those are the 7 steps. like I said, I will put a link down in the description below to where you can request this document that outlines the 7 steps. And signups for the 21-day challenge will begin on Wednesday, September 30th. I will be offering this only for 30 people in the group because I don't know exactly how in-depth and time-consuming this is going to be on my end. So I want to make sure that I can do justice for the group and not have it too large. I am offering a 15% discount to the first 15 people. So make sure you go to the website and grab the guide to reclaim your health, reclaim your life, and embrace the journey in 7 simple steps, because my email list on my website are going to be the first ones to be able to register for the 21-day challenge. I will give them a full day before I advertise it and put the link out there on Facebook. The cost is going to be $79. You're going to get weekly coaching calls with as a group with me. We're going to have daily emails, and I'm not making promises on lessons at this point. I've got to see if I can get that done in time, because signups start on the Wednesday the 30th, and they will close out on October 7th. The signups will close out on October 7th, and then we will be starting on Sunday, October 11th. So if I can get a course built out, I will do daily lessons. Otherwise, that will be something that will come in future versions. So in the next 2 videos, we'll go over diet changes. I covered the exercise a bit here because there's 3 aspects that we're going to make changes in: diet, exercise, and lifestyle. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and hit the alert bell so that you can find out when I post that next video. Sign up to get the guide, and I will have another video out. Like I said, I will be promoting this to my internal list first with a 15% discount off of the $79 fee. It's only going to be open to 30 people. I am going to accept 5 people on a one-on-one basis, whether that be a 21-day challenge one-on-one or a functional nutrition one-on-one client. Functional nutrition is going to be a little more in-depth. We're actually going to be working, and that's a 12-week program or a 3-month program rather than a 21-day or 3-week program. So I hope to see you guys in the program soon, and like I said, subscribe, click the notification button, and I will have another video to you shortly.